Hello everybody, this is Nikki Knox again. I hope you're all doing well. So we're here for yet another episode into my podcast of how to claim your energy back. So this time I want to talk about, I want you to have a little think actually. So whatever's going on through your head that keeps you stuck and you feel like you cannot claim your energy back. We talked a lot about different scenarios that could be keeping you stuck. So it could be loveless marriage, it could be you have parents who are dependent on you, you have kids, you have jobs that are completely not flexible and just not gonna give you any time off. It could be any scenario. But I'm here to tell you that there's always a way out of every situation. There are very, very few scenarios where you are actually stuck and cannot get out. If you are walking the streets freely, you can get out of any situation, basically. It's a matter of attitude. It's the matter of self-trust. So what you need to do first, as I said, is many times, and I'm gonna repeat that, nothing is gonna change until you're gonna stop. You need to stop and you need to take stock on your life. See how much energy you give out and how much energy comes back. If you're listening to this podcast, you know the answer. You give away way too much energy and you're getting close to nothing back. So that's huge imbalance, and the only way to fix it is by actually stepping into your power, which starts with acknowledging the fact that there are people around you who are taking from you too much and drawing the boundaries. They will not set boundaries. However hard you're gonna believe in that, it's just not gonna happen. People who are takers, they do not know boundaries. You are like the sweetest little treat for them. Your energy is so powerful. Your energy is so light. Because you are overgiver, oversharer, right? So, as I said, many people in the world are so weak they can barely handle themselves, right? They can barely deal with their own selves. You are not only holding yourself up, but you are there for other people. You're so powerful. You're like a supercharger for them. I actually had my sister calling, because we're both givers, and she said we're donors of energy. I thought that's really horrible. It's like people come in and just plug into us and we're like energy donors. That's terrible. But it is what it is. I can just see myself floating in the air and then people coming in with these massive hoses and plugging into me and sucking the life out of me. It's horrible, but don't imagine this, it's horrible. But it is what it is. One thing I never talked about is what to do to get rid of those people. So as I said, it's, yes, setting the boundaries first, but there's one practice that you could do, preferably, there's actually a couple I can share, that you could do every day, is once I haven't eased you into the energies and the spirituality and twin flame journeys or anything like that, angel numbers and stuff like that, I haven't eased you into it. If you know what I'm talking about, great, you can follow from here. If not, I can kind of tell you bits and pieces. I'm no specialist, just look those things up. I'll leave a list of the things for you to look up, or go on YouTube and search some information for it. Reading about it is gonna be a bit heavy, so it's at least I found that for me, I found a couple of people who I actually like listening to, and I like to hear the whole concept of those things from several people through their perspective, because if I connect with them at the right level, I kind of like to hear their take on it. And I think I found my people who actually taught me a lot, and I can listen to them. But again, just like me, I'm not here to teach, and they are not here to teach. They just talk about their own views, and that's why my format is like this. I'm just telling you what I know, but I'm not preaching, I'm not teaching, I'm not master of bloody anything to be honest. But it's still useful. It's still, because it's always just a spark, just an idea. Maybe you're gonna now take, you know, some of the bits of these podcasts and just of these episodes and go do your research, and maybe you're gonna, you know, that may completely change your life. I don't know. That's my hope for you. That's my wish for you. Whatever helps. So little things you could do every evening when you're taking a shower before you go to bed. Don't go there with the headphones as I always do. Don't listen to any music. Just go there all by yourself. Light up a candle. Don't turn the lights on. Get the water running and turn your back to the water. Let it run through your back. Close your eyes. And as you close your eyes, just have a little think about your day. And just go through all the things that frustrated you, that drained the energy out of you, that made you feel worthless, that made you feel like you're failing, that made you feel rushed, unappreciated, unnoticed, invisible, used, taken advantage of, undervalued. Anything that made you feel pain, guilt, regret, shame. Any of those negative thoughts in that moment will be washed away as the water runs down your back. And as you're performing this cleansing ritual, very quietly, but still, tell yourself, I claim my energy back from everyone and everything to focus on my own healing tonight. And repeat it 3 times. Really mean it, my love. Just say, I claim my energy back from everyone and everything to focus on my own healing tonight. That's all you gotta do. Then open your eyes. And go to bed. That's your little ritual. It will literally take seconds for you to do. All you have to do as you're having a shower, just stand still and let it run through your back, and just say those little things to yourself. Quietly whisper them to yourself, but really mean it. Because the secret is, every day is difficult. Every day has its own challenges. We have to work. We don't want to work. We have to, we have all sorts of responsibilities, and they are different to everybody. But at the same time, they're all the same, because we're just doing things for other people, not for ourselves. You can hardly find anyone at working age who can actually say that they had a day for themselves. It just doesn't happen. It's always demands or expectations of other people, or things that, if you're living on your own, if you're not gonna get crack on with things, it doesn't even have to be people, it's just chores and like other tasks and shit. it's just life happens every day, okay? So it's fine, you know, you have your own burdens, your own challenges every single day. It's inevitable. It's part of it's like part of human experience, right? Cats and dogs don't have that kind of experience on earth, and we do. But it's easy. You can still restore your energy resources if you do that little ritual at the end of every day. What that does is allows you to actually relax and recuperate. Imagine you actually claim, and when you think about all of those bad things that happened, how much energy was drained from you during the day by all of that negativity. It could be even self-bullying as well, where you feel worthless. Maybe other people appreciate you, but you just can't even take compliment. You can't take any encouraging words because you don't believe them yourself. Maybe you're one of those people, like me. I find it really hard to I don't even know how to react when people say anything nice to me. I just get something done. They try to stop and make me appreciate that it was a good job, and I'm like, I'm moving on another thing. It's just like, no biggie. I'm just gonna carry on doing what I have to do. You have to learn to appreciate yourself, because it's the same with love, right? You know the saying, nobody can love you until you learn to love yourself. That's true. And then nobody can appreciate you only until you start appreciating yourself. It comes from you, because you know the law of attraction, right? You know karma. If you don't know law of attraction, same thing. So how it works is, again, I'm not a master of anything, but in very simple terms, how it works is, whatever you vibrate into the universe, that's what you attract. So if you're a negative person and all you let out into the world is negativity and chaos and deceit and it's just less spiteful energy, you're gonna get some crap back, right? Because if you send crap out, that's exactly what is gonna hit your face, basically. So that's what people call karma. So that's bad karma, right? So you get what you deserve, basically. You put out shit, you get back shit, right? So that's what people call bad karma. Nobody talks about, or not many people talk about, good karma as well. So, you know, when you like, okay, my example from yesterday's session where I said I paid for someone's eyebrows at the eyebrow bar. There was that lady talking about, she was a carer, completely naked, bubbly as I've never met anyone this bubbly. She is like so positive and she's bubbly, completely naked. She almost fell asleep. Good job that, you know, those ladies started threading her eyebrows, then she woke up. But she was naked, but she's just given everything to her work. She had 4 kids of her own, didn't look like, you know, a mother of 4. And then, so she's got 4 kids, and then she's a single mom, and she works as a carer, and they just don't have any time off. She said she only had Christmas afternoon off in the whole Christmas period, and oh my goodness, because, you know, those are vulnerable people. You can't just leave them over Christmas. You can't tell them it's bank holiday, don't crap yourself. You know, they still need to eat, they need to be looked after and stuff, you know. No, you can't take, you know, it's not about you, it's about them, isn't it? So she's completely devoted to her calling. So I just said, you know, we had a little chat that kind of, she looked like she needed a chat. So we just had a chat at that eyebrow bar while I was getting my nails done and stuff. And she, I just thought, you know, sometimes people just need somebody to listen to them instead of, you know, talking at them. So I just listened, and she just talk, and she was like very sleepy and stuff. So I was like, can I please pay for your eyebrows as a thank you from humanity, from what you're doing, for your devotion and stuff. And she almost cried, and she gave me a really, really nice hug. But that's not why I've done it. But the reason I'm telling you this, it's an example of good karma, because right as she left and it was my turn to pay for both of our treatments, the lady, the cashier, asked me if I have the loyalty card, and I was like, yeah. And I pull out my loyalty card, and there's free treatment. So she didn't cost me anything, right? I just got it back straight away. And there are a lot of examples of just one example of good karma. When you do something nice to people, it may not, come back to you instantly, but if you do something selflessly, like from your heart, just because you can, just because you want to, just because you connected to that person out of the blue, could be a complete stranger. Good karma comes from, allowing somebody with like bread and butter to go and pay before you when you have full trolley of things. It's a nice thing to do. You don't have to do it, right? But when you do it, it's all good karma points, right? Just do a lot of little things. It doesn't have to be grand gestures. It's not about the amount of money that you donate. It's not about the, it's great, all of those, charity work, volunteering and everything, but not everybody has the time to do that. It's just tiny little things in every day. Just smile to somebody at the bus stop, say hi to the bus driver, allow somebody to cross the street with the road is empty, right, and you're the only way car coming. Just stop and let that little old lady cross the street safely, just if it's safe to do so. Any tiny little things, start doing them consciously, and then you'll see how naturally you're just gonna become more and better person. You're gonna be so proud of yourself. But it's not, be careful not to start doing it for the appreciation. It just because you can, just choose to be better. If they're in any situation, if somebody's like really annoyed and shouting at you, you just say, I'm really sorry you're having a bad day, but I'm not your punch bag. No, don't say that. It's not very nice. Although I had people flip like 180 when I said that to them, and they apologized, and then they open up and you just have a little chat, and you kind of end up making them feel better. But you have to have that compassion to people, and when you have that compassion, you get the good karma points and stuff. So it's not all about that karma. Another thing too you could do as well on a daily basis, if you take morning showers, just set the intention for the day. So again, you're standing in the shower, it's only going to take a couple of seconds, right? Even if it's a quick power shower, just splash of water. Water is fluid. It transmutes energy, transmutes any negativity, any bad emotions, and it also helps you relax, and it cleanses. So any manifestations, any intentions, any letting go. So standing under the water saying, I just claim my energy back, I called it a ritual, because it's kind of, well, you can call it meditation, you can call it whatever you want, it doesn't really matter. It's just a good habit to have, and a positive. It grounds you, it keeps you in the now, rather than thinking about the past or the future. That those few seconds when you just close your eyes and you just say, I claim everything back, you're focused on yourself. You close your eyes and you just go, I've done enough, I need it back. Okay, I've been working really hard during the day, completely devoting myself to all of those demands during the day. It's time to just set the boundaries. I'm claiming everything back, and I'm just gonna, I need to restore myself. I'll claim everything back for myself. It is kind of a ritual with yourself. And then in the morning, if you stand in a shower, water running down your back, you close your eyes and you just set the intentions for the day. But in the morning, so in the evening, you focus on all the negatives to let them go and let them get washed away in the evening, right? In the morning, you focus on all the positives. So you do a little self affirmations, you do little encouragement, little talk to yourself, and you just say things like, today I'm gonna have a positive day, nothing's gonna kill my mood, nothing's gonna kill my vibe. Today I'm buzzing with energy, today I'm gonna show compassion, today I'm gonna be grateful for every little thing that happens to me. If I get stuck in the traffic, I can just put the music up and there's just another, I can sing along to another song. Just see opportunities. You can say, I'm gonna see opportunities in every setback today. Today I'm gonna have a positive day. Today I'm gonna be a better version of myself. Today I'm gonna do something nice for myself. Today I'm gonna do something nice to someone else, to brighten someone else's day. Today I will smile at the stranger and say hi. Maybe I've never done this before, It's making you a better person, because even sometimes that little smile could brighten someone's day. Sometimes it could even save a life. You never know what people are going through. You just don't know. So the more positive, so why choose to be negative? Why choose to spread negativity? Just choose to be better. Choose to be positive. It's your choice. So if you set the intention for the day, you'll see that day. Once you just try these two rituals, honestly, you're going to get the best night's sleep. You're going to wake up in the morning, and you're actually going to, after that evening ritual, right? You're going to wake up in the morning, and now you're laughing when I'm saying, I'm going to have a positive day, but nobody's going to knock me down. You think it's funny, right now you will want to say that morning, because you'll feel the energy boost. You will feel like you can move mountains. Absolutely. So yes, those are my advice, how to claim your energy back at the end of the day, and how to protect yourself from energy vampires. Because that's not gonna protect you from them completely, but you're not gonna allow them to affect you that much. So you be choosing to be positive, they just want to drain you all the time. If you choose to stay positive, it's almost like invisible protection of your energy. They cannot access that. They can only plug into you when you're down. So their main goal is to always get you down one way or another. So it could be abuse, it could be bullying, it could be all of that negativity, or it could be just very low vibrations, like guilt tripping you, making you feel sorry for them, be needy and stuff like that. They just kind of, you may come in, there's always someone, you come in the office and you're all buzzing, and there's always some colleague or a friend or something that always goes, oh, it's good for you, oh, it's nice that you have this, and it's just buzzkill, right? You obviously, as a giver, you're gonna go, oh my god, but then you start noticing how your mood just drops and your energy levels drop around that kind of person, and try to kind of draw some boundaries and just don't allow them in. If you're not gonna give in when they try to plug into you and lower your vibrations, they're gonna piss off. Basically, they're gonna get very upset, and they're gonna guilt trip you, and they're gonna they may start calling you names, and you may not be friends for much longer, because you're not giving them the treat, and that's all they needed you for. It's a harsh reality, but it could be true, but you will feel better for it. I'll teach you really evil stuff. they're not evil, but it's true. It is what it is. Like yesterday I said, people serve their purpose and they go, and they need to go. It's harsh, but we need to stop sugarcoating crap just because it's acceptable. It is what it is. Let's just call things their real names, right? People are energy vampires, or they are givers. That's it. It's takers and givers. at the highest level, whichever way you're gonna wrap it, it's this or that. And you're lucky if you meet another giver. And two takers are never gonna be together. That just doesn't happen. They always need a donor. But two givers could be together, and that could be wonderful if they find the right balance. So what I don't know how I deviated completely from what I actually wanted to talk, but that's some helpful tips from Nikki. That should become a regular, I think. So that's me easing you into the spirituality and energies and stuff like that. I'm not gonna overwhelm you. I'm not gonna preach anybody. I'm just saying it just helped me understand how the world works. So, it helped me set the boundaries. It helped me switch focus to myself, because it matters, because you're no good to anyone if you don't look after yourself. I wouldn't have the energy to talk to you right now at 10 p.m. after all day at work and going to the gym and doing other chores and stuff like that, but I still have energy. And I still want to help you. And I still want to share. And I don't even know, whether anybody's watching them. I don't even know how to check whether I have any viewers or listeners. So I don't know how to do it. I don't really. I just know that if I put these podcasts, if I publish them, that's not knowledge and thoughts wasted. They are out there somewhere on the internet, and they may help someone who really needs to hear it at some point. It could be in like 15 years, I don't know. I'm gonna publish it and it can stay there forever. It may help someone may connect with me. And I notice in the real world, I notice a lot of people connect to me, complete strangers from hello. Not even that. It doesn't even take that. Sometimes they just come and start talking to me for I don't know why. Or I didn't understand why. Now I know. So the main thing I wanted to talk to you today was when you feel stuck at your own life, one thing that people never think about, and I think that would be my best advice to anyone who feels that they're stuck at their current situation. When you feel like there's no way out, I bet you 90% of the time you're gonna think that because you focus on time. Oh my god, I've been in this relationship for over a decade. I cannot just walk out right now. Oh my god, my kids are only 4. I can't walk out now. I need to wait until they graduate from school and uni and, get married and whatever. I can't possibly leave this abusive marriage and my narcissistic husband and stuff like that. It's excuses. When the worst thing you can do when you're in a desperate situation where you feel trapped and where you just simply feel unhappy. It could be work situation, it doesn't have to be relationship all the time. Putting time into equation always makes it worse. And then you just come up with these scenarios of, my goodness, what's gonna happen. It's majority of the time it's not even about you. It's about what others are gonna think, what others are gonna say, how others are gonna be affected. I may then fall apart and need to take time off. What about my team? What about my manager? Oh my goodness, all of these deadlines. Oh no, not in December. I cannot have a breakdown in December. We have way too many deadlines. It's all ridiculous, but it's all time driven, and that's the worst thing. That's absolutely the worst thing. So time is completely made up, like humans made up time. It doesn't even add up. Sometimes when Some people say that, oh, it's lunar eclipse and this and that, and you know, this is what's gonna happen that day, blah 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 blah. When that person, whoever is talking about it, it might be midday where they are, and it's like a completely different day where I am. So it's just stupid. Time is completely irrelevant. There's plenty of time for everything if you slow down and stop wasting your energy on the things that do not serve you. Like, you just wait, you don't have time, and you feel like that I can't do anything I want, because the time that you do have, you're not doing anything that you actually want to do. You're doing everything for the others. It's all the musts. Working for you to survive, I understand we all need to suck it up and it needs to happen, right? There are other things that we need to suck it up depending on circumstances, and they need to happen, but not all the time. You can't just live your life where you only have the time to sleep and just, you know, do your demands, just comply to the demands of everybody else. That's not life. Are you actually living? Have you got any freedom to just, you know, I don't know, after work go and have a pint with someone, you know, at lunch? Do you even have lunch breaks? I bet you don't. Or even probably like me, while I used to be like that, my lunch breaks used to be going out and doing free counseling to my friends. That's not chilling, right? That's not lunch. At your lunch break, yes, you need to eat. Ideally, you eat before that and then go for a walk and listen to some meditation music, and just go somewhere, find the park, find some, I don't know, a tree or something, find a green piece, just find some kind of patch of greenery and just be there for that hour or half hour or 20 minutes, whatever. Just get outside, don't smoke, get fresh air, go for a walk, preferably at the kind of a steady pace, so don't, however it feels best for you, but just find time to yourself. You always can do that. You can always do that. It's not always about other people, it's about you. So imagine whatever is stopping you, right, from doing what you want. Let's say you're on a twin flame journey, right? And you're sitting there going, I'm completely stuck. I can't go and meet my twin or my soulmate. I am in a relationship. I got these demands from work. I got these commitments that I can't get myself out of, and blah blah blah. And the other person is free. And what if I'm not gonna? I'm just gonna lose that person, and it's all panic, right? It's all panic. I'm gonna lose that person unless I pull my finger out right now and do something about it, and blah 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 blah. And then guess what? Because you put time, so all of that story is about, oh my goodness, I got so much, and she or he, you know, the person that I'm in love with or that I want to pursue, that person is free. And it's been too long. That person is going to find something. It's fear. You just accumulate fear. You accumulate worries. You accumulate all sorts of scenarios. You know, oh, maybe she's back with her ex. Or maybe she's going out and dating people. Oh, why isn't she replying? Is she out with someone? Oh my god. And I'm here. And I can't do this and I can't do that. Blah, 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 blah. Just fucking stop. Just stop. And all you have to do is take stock again of your energies. Why have you wasted so much time? Just look back. It's not only about that day. Look back. So whatever situation that you're looking at and you're just going, oh, I wasted so much time. If you look back and see, what have you done with that time? I'm pretty sure it's gonna be somebody else is placing their demands on you, and that's why you couldn't do, or you had to procrastinate yourself from getting what you really wanted. That's not life. You've given too much power to other people. The way out of it If it's a person, is to talk to them and say, this is why I couldn't do this. I need a lot of time to fix all of it. And I'm really scared that, you're just gonna move on and blah, 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 blah. And it's not fair. You cannot ask that person to wait for you, but you at least owe them an explanation. I think that would help you get closure. So you would at least know whether that would take the worry away. So again, that's a form of claiming your energy back. Because there's nothing worse than getting lost in your head. Your head is full of bloody fears. The less action you take, the more fears and guilt and just unrealistic, horrible scenarios your mind is going to accumulate. But everything is getting worse the longer you procrastinate of doing something. On the flip side of it, I've just said that time doesn't matter, right? When you get yourself into a position where you actually understand and believe that time doesn't matter, you start to believe that the saying that nothing that is meant for you will be out of your reach forever. Whatever is meant for you is gonna find its way back. Whether it's a person, whether it's a situation, whether it's a thing, you're gonna get it if it's meant for you, one way or another. It's unlikely gonna be exactly the way you want it. It's unlikely gonna be within your set time frame, because that's not how the universe works. But you cannot, especially when I can't emphasize it enough, when you found someone who's your true soulmate or your twin flame, or someone that you're meant to be with, that person you can take like 15 years. I'm not encouraging you. Don't see it as an opportunity. See it as a blessing, right? As a relief. So to me, that helped me to calm down and keep my head clear, because otherwise you could drive yourself nuts. But under this belief and understanding that that's how it works, if it's meant to happen, if you're meant to meet someone, if it's meant to be, it will be. There's another saying that rejection is divine protection, right? If there's something that you really, really want, everything was going really, really, really well, and suddenly it just goes away, there is a reason for that. What you need to do in that situation is accept that there is a reason and trust that it will come back if it was meant to be, and get on with your life. The more you stay focused on something, the more energy you're wasting on things that you cannot influence or change. In fact, you can make it worse. With my example of a person going, oh my god, I've wasted so much time, she's gonna move on, blah 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 blah. What do you think that person in desperate situation is gonna do? He's just gonna reach out and say something stupid and make things worse, or he's gonna apply the pressure, or he's gonna make her feel like she's like he owns her, because he's gonna almost demand that, you can't go out with anyone else. I'm doing things. I'm sorting myself out, right? I'm gonna get out of the situation, blah 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 blah. So just because you're doing something, it doesn't mean that I have to just pause my life and wait for it to happen. You know what I mean? It's just if you put too much emphasis on time, you will make a lot of stupid mistakes, a lot of stupid moves. So try and get yourself out of that thinking, that get yourself out of giving time too much power. So it's not just people, but it's also the time itself. Imagine your situation, right? Close your eyes and think of your situation. How bad is it actually is once you take time out of the equation? If you completely forget the time, how long you've been with that, how long it lasted, how long you've taken, how long you procrastinated, how long, right? Take that out of the equation and just deal with facts. What is the problem now without the time? Is it manageable? I bet it is. Once you take that, if it's gonna take you 10 years but you're not gonna care about it, it's gonna take you 10 years, you're still gonna get yourself out of it. It doesn't matter how long it's gonna take. It doesn't matter how long it's gonna take. Move that shit out of the equation and focus on the things that you can influence, because time you can't. If it took 10 years, what are you gonna do about it? You're not gonna magically get another 10 years. You can't undo it. It happened already. It's past. What if it's gonna take 10 years in the future? What can you do about it? Nothing. What you can do right now is all that you have the power to do. So right now you can choose to stop worrying about how much time has passed, and you can choose to stop worrying about how long it's going to take, and then you're left in the now to start taking the first move, start taking the first step. That's it. That's all you got. That's all you need to focus on. I got, summer is in 3 months. What am I gonna do? I've got a horrible bikini body. I'm so ashamed. Oh my goodness, I've been eating crap all day, all night for the last 2 years now. I got this beach holiday. I can't fit my love handles into any bikinis and stuff like that. It's just, and I got 3 months to do this, blah, 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 blah. Just fucking, you're not gonna just become a fitness model in 3 months, are you? Just let it go. Why worry about it? What you can do in those 3 months, starting from today, so stop worrying that you've been eating crap for 2 years. That's not going to change. You've done it. Damage is done, right? So you're standing there in the mirror looking at yourself going, this is what I've got right now. And yes, the holiday is in 3 months, but I'm not going to become a fitness model because that's just unrealistic, right? So what can you do in those 3 months from this moment is to do your best. And that's all you can do. Like right now, looking at the mirror, all I want to do is grab that tub of ice cream and eat ice cream. No, that's not gonna help, is it? So don't eat ice cream. Just be better. Just do your best. Do 10 push-ups, do 20 squats. I don't know. Just do something. Just do something. You don't even need to go to the gym. Just do, bits, like tiny little bits every I don't know. I think I picked up this habit at some point during the lockdown when last 10 minutes of every hour I will get up and just do something active. And I reached the point where I was actually working from a gym ball and just bouncing all day. And you wouldn't believe, instead of sitting on the chair, you're just bouncing on that fucking thing. And I had, I think, 13,000 extra steps a day from just bouncing. And it's good for your lower back as well. So you're kind of active all day, you're moving all day, you're not sitting there static. So something easy like that, or like last 5 minutes of every hour, let's say. If you're on the meeting, right, and you got your headset on and you don't need to talk, you just need to listen in that meeting, you might as well be walking in place. You could get a fitness step and climb on that. You can be doing squats, you can be doing, I don't know, all sorts of things, lunges and stuff like that. You don't need to go to the gym, you don't need to magic up the time. It's just when you're washing the dishes, just dance. Or just walk in place while you're doing the dishes. You're gonna get warm, right? It's no biggie, but it's better than static. So try at every instance just to remain active. Like every chance you got basically. Just never stay static. You'll be fine. And that's really all you can do in those 3 months. And imagine I promise you, like 80% of why you can't lose weight before your holiday, when you put yourself on that strict time scale and that unrealistic desire to become fitness model in 3 months, the 80% of why you can't do it is in your head. And your head is just gonna make it worse if you're gonna allow that time factor to take over. I'm pretty sure from this day, in 3 months, you're gonna gain weight if you're gonna focus on time, if you're gonna focus on, I want to be fitness model, and then you do like 3 push-ups a day, and at the end of 3 months you go, oh my god, I'm useless, I didn't become, I just gained more weight and those push-ups didn't do anything. It was 3 push-ups a day, man. What are you talking about? Of course it didn't happen, but it was your guilt who was preventing you, your guilt and those unrealistic expectations, and you putting that emphasis on the time that actually made you procrastinate and make bad choices, because then you feel sorry for yourself. And even when you have really good days where you do tons and tons and tons, you see that you don't see any results, and then it just goes back into the loop. And I was like, well, I haven't been eating anything for the whole week and I still haven't lost anything, blah blah blah. Again, emphasis on time. It drives us nuts when you think about it, when you really, really think about it. That bloody time, putting that time into any equation of anything that you already feel down about or guilty or disappointed in yourself about, time is not your friend. Oh my goodness, that's just the worst thing ever. So try and be mindful. So all I'm saying, we're not gonna, nobody's a time lord. We can't change it. It's always going to be there. It's just when it comes to the things that we can't change or control, it's all about how we respond to them, right? So you may have an overbearing mother who's always kind of trying to boss you around and tell you who to date and who not to date, and how to talk to your wife and your kids, and how do you do this, and how do you paint your fences with the roller instead of a brush, and blah blah blah. And she's got opinion about everything all the time, and whatever the situation is, she's your mother in this example, right? You don't really have enough basis to tell her to piss off, or nor you should ever do that to your parents anyway. But you know what I mean. There are people who need to stay in your life regardless. It's just how you respond. Sometimes the best response is just let her talk. If she wants to give the advice, allow her to let it out, and you just go about your day. Just don't let that affect you. It's always about the choice. It's always about the choice, and in whatever situation you're in, it's always about the choice. You either choose to focus on time, you choose to focus on the negatives of the situation, you, God forbid, choose to focus on both, and then you're just going down. You need to, I would say, now that you listen to my rambles about all this, you just be mindful of those things, start noticing them, and it's little things, little by little. I can tell you how long things are taking me to do. It took me 2 months, 3 months, September, October, November, 3 months to move out after I broke up with my ex. It took me 3 months. It was out of my control, and I just gave in because it was lockdown and huge. I had to go for a rental, and it was huge delays in paperwork and everything. I had to wait for a month. I spent a month or 6 weeks going on 4 viewings a day. So I was doing everything I can, but I couldn't. I was set on the fact that I will not allow the fact that I've been looking for so long to beat me down. and just say, oh, it's not going to happen, I'm just going to give up. I just completely ignored it. I just kept going every day. Like another 4 crappy viewings, that's fine. There were a number of viewings where I went and I turned up to the place and I didn't even step in because it was like, no way I'm gonna catch something if I enter that building. It was a terrible situation. So it was 3 months for me to imagine living with someone who you actually left for 3 months because you have allegedly have no choice. My choice was not to focus on that. I still got a roof above my head. He's working, I'm out all the time anyway, in the viewings, doing the viewings and stuff. Suck it up, it's gonna happen. Eyes on the prize, baby. And you just keep going. So you don't think about it. And then it took me 2 months to furnish up my flat, all by myself. And then it took me, and then I ran out of my sick pay. So I wasn't working during all of that time. I wasn't working, but I was just busy with getting myself sorted mentally and physically. Not many people could go through that, and the only reason why I managed to push myself through it was because I didn't allow myself to focus on time, and also because I put my guilt aside and actually prioritized on myself and took the time off. Because if you've been working and you are entitled to sick pay, that's what it's there for, and you absolutely deserve it when you're at your lowest. If you reach the point where you're actually listening to these podcasts, you actually reach the point where you need to make that move. You need to get rid of the guilt. You deserve that. You've given the company enough. You've given all the people enough. You've given enough of yourself. It's just time to claim some reward back. And that reward is actual time to focus on yourself and rebalancing yourself, finding yourself, changing your whole life. But it's gonna take time. So nobody goes, when they are stressed, they get signed off with stress or anxiety or depression or paranoia or whatever. Nobody goes there thinking I'm gonna be signed off for months. But it actually, once you're at it, right? Why would you take some time off and then you start digging? Why would you then throw yourself back into the mud while you're not healed? It makes sense. So don't think about how long they're gonna sign me off for, or how long, what if I'm not gonna come back for a year, blah 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 blah. Don't think about it. You just take each day as it comes and just do whatever feels good for you, and you'll just find your true self. And it really helps to look back into what kind of things you enjoy doing as a child, as a teenager, and you completely parked. Maybe you're gonna start participating in one of your old hobbies. Maybe you're gonna start playing the guitar again. Maybe you're gonna start singing, writing, dancing, whatever, painting. You don't know. You're not gonna know until you stop and prioritize on yourself. But everything takes time. I was thinking about it today. I think I got back to work 2 months ago. I didn't even think about it. I got back to work 2 months ago. They put me on the phase return for 6 weeks, I think. And then they extended it by another week. And today is my first day of me being back to work full time. And I was like sitting there today going, Jesus, I took so long. Why did it take so long for me to integrate back into it? But you know what? But I thought about it, but then I giggled to myself because yesterday, getting ready to go back to the office, because I decided out of the blue completely, I decided that this week is going to be the week when I go back to the office full time instead of working from home. I've been working from home since 2019. I've had enough. I need to separate my creative and working spaces. So I thought I'm just gonna go to work and just work from the office full time. As I was packing my backpack with the laptop and everything, I was like, you know what if I'm at the city already, my gym is nearby. I haven't been at the gym for like 6 months. Everybody's asking what kind of gym I'm signed up to, and I'm saying I'm paying for this one, but I'll never go because it was completely, unless I'm actually at the city, it's completely out of my way from where I live. So I thought, you know what, I'm gonna start going to the gym every day now as well. So I packed my gym bag as well, and I actually made it today to the gym, and I made it to work in the office. And only at that moment when I realized that it naturally just happened to me on the day when today is my first day when I'm fully back to work. Not on reduced hours, not on the phase return, I'm fully back to work. And it naturally came to me that today, out of all days, not last week, not 2 weeks before, today, I was like, you know what, I'm gonna jump back into it. I'm just gonna start going to the office. And then I'm now, and I started exercising, and I'm actually pacing myself at exercising, which made me chuckle as well when I was talking to someone at work about it, because my natural is all or nothing. I'm used to be very black or white person. So in my little head, all or nothing, right? Working from home, not exercising. I was walking tons, but not actually doing any exercises and not going to the gym. So I went from that to I'm gonna go to the office full time, and I'm actually gonna go to the gym after work as well every day. And I was like, and then so my old mind creeped in, and it was like, oh, maybe you should cycle to work as well, you know? It's like, and I caught myself and I just chuckled, because I was like, that's just so old, Nikki. It's just, I'm not doing it. I'm actually gonna pace myself. So I got myself a bus ticket for the week so that I'm committed, and that's it. So you can go to the gym and you can go and work from the office, but you're not overburdening yourself with meeting anybody at lunches. You're not meeting anybody after work. No, you go to the work, you do your work, and then you go to the gym, and then you go swimming and stuff like that, and you're just pacing yourself. So after a while, if you're really tuned in with yourself, that time, it's going to become easier and easier to take the time out of the equation and just find your happiness. So that's the goal for all of you, I think. That's definitely the goal. Unconscious goal for me. I didn't do anything on purpose, but then I like to step back and just look at those little things that just happen naturally, and then just chuckle how everything happened exactly this day, naturally. And so it's been, oh my goodness, it's been 9 months. Yeah, fully 9 months that I broke up with my ex, and I had 10 months since I had my breakdown, which wasn't a breakdown, it was a panic attack, anxiety attack, since I got signed off, basically. And that whole time I haven't felt the need or the desire or drive to exercise or focus on my physical body. So as I said, I was walking tons. It was my first coping mechanism. When I got signed off, I caught myself walking for 8 hours a day, but I was almost running, and I said to my ex at the time, I was like, I feel like I'm teleporting, because I know that I'm walking really fast, but then I'm almost blacking out, so I can only catch myself being consciously aware of my surroundings when I need to cross the street. or like turn a corner and I don't know which way to go and stuff like that. So it was my coping mechanism. Aside from that, I haven't done a single bloody exercise, like of any kind, apart from walking, in 10 months. It was just not my priority. I really wanted to get my head straight. I really wanted to understand what's happening with my just with me in general. That's how I discovered that I'm an empath, that I have a twin flame, that I can read oracle, I can read tarot, my dreams mean something, and I can actually train myself to remember them. That I have many talents, which I never thought that meant anything, but now I do. And that I actually deserve to be heard in whichever capacity I choose to be heard. So, as I said, I didn't have the confidence to... When the idea of me recording podcasts came out of the blue, and I should look at my journal to see how that idea even came to me. Because all I remember was like, oh, podcasting. And then 2 hours later, I got the mic. And then I got stuck. Because I was like, okay, so... I was writing posts on Patreon, and then I thought, oh my goodness, these are really long. How about people who don't have the time to read, right? I was like, it would be so much easier for them to listen. So I thought, okay, I'll get the mic and I'll just read it out, so then it's an audio as well of the same podcast. I tried that and it didn't really work. It just didn't feel right. So scripted podcasts is just not a thing, and I understand why, because the reason why I chose to do it was because I hate when people just talk shit in their podcasts about just whatever. So it's like, just get on to the topic, for fuck's sake. And that's exactly what I'm doing right now, what I hate that other people do. I'm sorry, but that's the only way to just allow whatever information, whatever thoughts that come to you at that specific moment, just allow them to flow. And there's nothing more powerful than a genuine kind of advice or genuine opinion about something, just genuine view, genuine perspective on something. When it's not scripted, it's not planned, just allow things to flow. And I feel like all of these things that I'm saying in each podcast, if it's not for you, right, I feel like everything's gonna annoy you and you're just gonna leave, which is fine by me. But there must be a reason why I'm coming to talk about one thing, but then I deviate to 15 other things. I think it's because whoever came to listen to it needed to hear all of those things at the same time. I think there is a reason why it's happening like that, and I'm choosing, and I feel nudged to just leave it like this. So I don't edit my podcast. All I do is just add music at the end, and then I just connect, because they only give me 30 minutes, and then I just put them all in one episode. Put all of these recordings into one episode. That's all I'm doing. I'm not doing any editing. Whatever slips, it slips. I think I swore today a couple of times potentially. It is what it is, but I just feel there is a reason why I'm mentioning, while I came here to talk about time, and then I talked about how to claim your energy back in the shower, how to set the intentions in the morning, how like twin flame journeys and stuff like that. Somebody needed to hear that, and I'm really grateful that it's coming out like this, because imagine if I held all of this in, that little person, even if it's just one person, wouldn't feel inspired to do something about it right now. And that's the beauty of it. We all, each and every single one of us matter. And the way the way these topics are flowing through me is unique. Because it's my unique perspective. If you ever think about sharing your own views, just do it. You matter. Every single one of us matter because we've been to unique experiences. Even if even you put 10 people together and put them through the same experience, every single one of them will have different perspective. It's like Jesus and the apostles and stuff. There were 12 of them, and all from different angles talking about the same thing, like a fan club, all talking about the same thing from different perspective, and they all valid. So there's no two people with the same experience, even if they've been through the same experience. Their perspective on it, their reflection on it, their lessons learned from it, their reasoning about why that happened would be different. Everything's different. So always remember that you do matter. I don't know if you're at that point where you want to do something about it. Potentially not just yet. But just always remember that, as I said yesterday, don't ever compare yourself with others. There will always going to be someone who has it worse. It doesn't make your experience less valid. It's your life. It's your story. It's valid, and it needs to be heard if you want it to be heard, or it needs to be valued, if not by others, then by you. Because there's nothing worse than yourself thinking that you don't deserve, you're not worthy, you're not interesting, who the hell am I, blah blah blah. Who the hell am I to talk to you like this? I told you off yesterday, I'm telling you off now, I'm telling off my friends all the time. Who am I to do this? I am me, and if I got something to say, I'm gonna say it. If you don't want to hear it, just say you don't want to hear it. Or if you, in this case, you don't like what I'm saying, don't listen. It is what it is. But I still matter, whether you listen, whether you like it, whether it helps you or not. I still matter. My opinions are still valid. I still got a point. If it doesn't help you, it doesn't help you. It helps someone else. You're not the center of the universe. I'm really sorry. You're center of your own universe. So you should, if you can do it better than me, do it. I'll come and listen. Pop me a link. I'll see if I can connect to you. Okay, my lovelies. So today's podcast was a little bit less. I don't feel like it. The natural flow was there. I felt it's a bit choppy, but I don't know. Maybe that's how you're feeling. Maybe I'm just picking up on the energies of whoever needs to hear this, because I really, really struggled to kind of just flow. I knew what I want to say and things were coming through me, but it was just choppy. And that doesn't usually happen with me. So, interesting. So, yeah, it will be interesting to see if that's how people feel, like vague and kind of just vague. I feel like I was vague today, but hopefully you can get a couple of bits and pieces. I feel like I should go to the shower now and claim my energy back and focus it on stop being vague and kind of just have better podcast. But I'm still gonna publish it because I think there was a lot of good information. So apologies if I'm annoying you, but as I said, it's your choice to be here. It's your choice to listen to me or not listen to me. If you can take anything out of it, I'll be honored that my rambles helped. Believe in yourself, love yourself, look after yourself. Start noticing things, as we talked about. Start noticing little things that are happening around you, people around you, what drains your energy. At the end of each day, wash away all negativity. Claim your energy back to focus on your own healing. Recharge and heal overnight. Wake up in the morning. Go back to the shower. Water does wonders. Go back to the shower. Set the intentions for the day. Be powerful. Be positive. Be humble. Be grateful. Be supportive. Be compassionate. Be you. Love yourself. Praise yourself. Thank yourself. Make time for yourself. Really learn to know yourself. And just be aware of your surroundings and set boundaries from all the people who are trying to dim your light. Do not allow anybody to dim your light. Do not allow yourself to dim your light. That's the biggest one. Learn to believe that you deserve better. It starts with drawing boundaries with other people, I swear. That's the first thing. You need to stop. You need to stop. Just stop and revet and take stock of your life. What are the things that you always wanted to do and you can't do because you've given yourself up to other people and you give your energy to the situations or people who got nothing to do or that got nothing to do with what you actually want? Refocus. Reclaim your energy. Get time out of the equation. And just deal with the things that need to be done. Just deal with facts one by one in the now. Forget about the past. Don't worry about the future. In the now, what I can do to move myself forward. What can I do right now to be one step closer to where I want to be? And if there is a time frame that you cannot change, like that holiday example, it's the holiday still going to be in 3 months. If you just focus on that one step every single day, by the end of and stop worrying about the time, by the end of those 3 months, you're going to look at yourself in the mirror and you're going to go, I've done my best. That's the best I can look right now. That's it. And I'll just keep going afterwards. That holiday does not define me, just because I didn't get like super model body by this holiday. There's gonna be another one. I got another holiday soon. I'll look better for that holiday and then look better for another holiday. Maybe in a year or two I'm gonna look like a fucking fitness model. Maybe. Who's to stop me, right? Just be positive, okay? Go easy on yourself. Love yourself. Appreciate yourself. You're doing the best that you can every single day. And I'm here for you always. Love you, Nikki.